Hi friends, in today's class we will learn about HTML5, CSS3 and JavaScript, and we will create a simple calculator and also will add dark mode in that. So nowadays dark mode is especially given in all the mobile application. So you can just create a simple HTML application and you can use dark mode in that. So we will start step by step simply. So you can use, if you're using a Windows, you can use Notepad, or if you're using a MacBook, you can use any IDE. I have Visual Studio Code. So here just I'll open Visual Studio Code first. And I'll just create one new Windows. So a new workspace. In the desktop, we'll create new folder. Calculator. And so here I'll open that. Okay, add folder to the workspace. Okay, so I came into that folder. These are folder structure. So we don't have any file as of now. So I'll just create one file, index.html. Now I will write HTML5 template. So I'll just write doc type, then HTML, and we'll give head tag. And inside head tag, I'll just add one title tag. And in the title tag, we'll just write calculator. Now, after the head tag, I'll just increase the font so it will be visible. Okay. So after the head tag, we'll add a body tag. Now, inside body tag, we'll just write hello world as of now. I'll just save this. So it's auto saved already. I'll just save it and I'll open this in browser. So here is my calculator application. And this is our index.html. So I'll just open this one. So here you can see, we can see now hello world application in HTML. Okay, now we'll move ahead and we will create a calculator app. So I will just go to Visual Studio Code again, and inside the body tag, we'll just add few things. So our idea basically is, so here we'll create one button, something like this, for button. Okay, so here I have an image, so I'll just show you what we are going to create right now. So here you can see this image, right? So we are creating one image where we will show the result, and the C button, this is clear button, which will clear the screen. And here we have 4 buttons, 1, 2, 3, and any arithmetic operator, right? Like plus. And then third row, we have 5, 4, 5, 6, and minus button. In the third row, in the fourth row, we have 7, 8, 9, and multiplication, right? And in the last row, we have a division, 0, point, and equal to. So something like this we will keep in mind, and we are creating we are writing same code in HTML. So what we will do, we'll just, and one more thing, first thing first, we will keep everything in the center. So we will use center tag first. Now in the center tag, if I write something hello world now, then you will see we have hello world in the center. So here initially we have hello world in the left side. Now if I refresh, then you can see our hello world is in the center. So first thing you have learned, we can use center tag to keep things in the center, right? Now in the center tag, we will add everything about the calculator part, right? So we will create, okay, so now in the image, you can see we have how many rows? One rows, this one second rows, third, fourth, and fifth rows, right? So we'll create 5 div, 1 div, and inside one div we will write first we'll create one div and we will create first input tag. Okay, so inside div we will write input type equal to, so first we'll write the text, right? So wherever it will give so the result text placeholder will show some text on the input field, right? So we'll write here result. Okay, so now we will close this input field. Okay, again we'll add one more input field that will be type button, so we can use a clear button, right? Input type equal to button, right? And we'll give value equal to she, right? We'll close this one. Okay, so we have created our first row. Before that, we will just give one heading as well. So what we are creating here? So we are creating a button, right? So I'll give just, okay, button. First we'll give a heading H1. Calculator, right? Now we will give another, okay, so here we will add another div, and inside I'll just copy this one and I'll paste 4 times, right? We have 4 field, all will be the type in button, and the value will be 1, 2, 3, and plus, right? So as you can see in the image, we have 1, 2, 3, and plus in the first row. In the same manner, we have 4, 5, 6, and minus in the third row, right? We'll just copy and paste the same thing for another row, right? So I'll just change the value. This will be 4, 5, 6, and this will be minus. Now I will add one more time. So here it will be 7, 8, 9, and it will be multiplication, right? And one more row we have to add. So here in the image you can see we have division 0 and point, division 0, point, and equal to, right? I'll just save this one and we'll refresh the page. Awesome. So this is the basic design in HTML. We will add some CSS in that and it will look awesome. And after that, we will add a dark mode. So I'll just add one more button at the above the calculator text. So I'll just add one more button here. So later on, we can use that to change in dark mode, right? So from dark mode to light mode and light mode to dark theme again, right? So I'll just give button. You can give the same again input type button, but or else you can use direct button tag as well. So I'll just add dark mode. Okay, fine. So if you want to give some icon, moon icon, you can just give. You can just Google it, moon or dark mode. Just copy and paste. I'll just image. I'll just copy this one. No dark mode image in HTML, right? Not image. I don't want in image. I'll just okay. It's difficult to find. I'll just okay, fine. I'll just add it later. No problem. Okay. No, I don't want something like that. I'll just add one dark mode button. I'll just save it. Okay, dark mode, right? So here we will add dark mode CSS or dark mode theme in that later, right? So right now, if I create anything, so it won't be, it won't write anything, right? So another thing is, this is the input field. If I'm writing something, it's so I'm able to write, but I don't want to write. So I'll make it read only because this input field will not take input from the user from the keyboard. So it will take from the input from this given keys, right? So I'll just make it on read only. So here you can write result read only, right? Now you can see here, refresh. So here you cannot write anything. If I'm writing, I'm not able to write anything, right? So we will add some interactivity in this. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll write here, we'll add one. Here I'll give CSS, right? You have two options. Either you can create one another CSS file and you can embed here, or else you can just write CSS. I'm just using embedded CSS, right? So basically we are giving some common CSS first. I'll just write box size. Box sizing, border box. Okay. Then padding 0. Next, margin 0, right? And if you want to use font family, you can use font family. I'll just write font family. Open. Okay. Open sans and serif. Okay. Then I'll just add again for body tag Just add background color. Background color, I'll just give RGB 28 to 31 to 21. So it will give a something this color, right? And I'll just write transition 0.8, transition 0.8 as second, right? So it will take why we have used, so here as you can understand, background color will take this color, and this is the color code, and transition is 0.08 second. It means this time will take to change the color. Okay, you will see the demo afterward. Next, you can use for different browser how it will look like in the how much time it will take in different browsers. So just you can use, okay, Webkit transition, Webkit transition. So here it is, Webkit transition 0.8 second. Again, you can use for Mozilla, Moz transition, SAM 0.8 second, and you can use for again -ms transition 0.8 second, and last we will add Opera as well. So -o transition. So this will work in Opera, right? So okay, I think everything is done. Fine. So now I'll just save it, and we will look how it's looking. Okay, awesome. So we have changed the font family, and we have changed the color of background color as well, right? So we'll modify some more things here. As you can see, we have h1 tag calculator, right? So first we'll give some CSS to the heading. So I'll just write. So if you're not aware with CSS, or you are beginner in CSS, then you can use any tag like this, and you can apply CSS on this, right? And if you are using any, so here you can, if you use star and then curly braces, then you can give a common CSS for all the page, and this will apply in whole body again, whatever will be inside the body tag, and this will apply for only which one having h1 tag. Okay, so later on we will see how we will use in class and how we will add CSS in ID. Okay, so we'll use that class and ID selectors as well. Right, so I'll just give in h1 tag something. I'll just give margin top. Margin top, I'll just give 5VH, and text align, I'll just give center, and margin bottom something, I'll just give margin bottom, I'll just give 1.5%, and you can just change whatever you want. Just I've given something, and color, I'll just write okay, white color. Next, I'll just add in, okay, so Next thing, I'll just give input field. So you can see we have lots of input fields. So here input field. So here all those things, the colored selected things, you can see input field. So I'll just give some CSS to this, so it will look better. Okay. So as of now, it's looking something like this. So here I've just added CSS in calculator. I've given some uh, margin, and we are using now. We will use CSS for all the input fields. So let's change some CSS. I'll just give, so as I told, for a tag directly we can use input. I'll just give input, so it will apply for all the input field. So I'll just give input. Okay, I'll just give input, and we will use some padding first. So padding, I'll just give 25 px, and color I'll just give RGB, and I'll just add 28 to 31. No, I'll just add something else. Already we have used that one. I'll just use 17, 16, and 16. Right, black color. Okay, so it's gray. Like now, font size will give 1 em. Okay, and then cursor pointer, and that's it. Cursor pointer. Next we'll give width. I'll just give 70 px, and background color also we have to change background color. I'll just give background color white. And next is border. So I don't want any border in that as of now. Border none. Border none. Okay, and also I don't want any outline. Line none. Okay, so now we'll give some border radius, so it will look nice. Border radius, I'll just give 4 px, and then we will add again border radius for WebKit, Mozilla, and those things you can just use. I'll just copy this. I'll just paste 4 times. So here I'll just add WebKit. Here I'll just add for Mozilla. Again, I'll just add for okay, first one. Hold on. Not for first one. Okay, and then Mozilla, and then for MS, and then for Opera. Okay, so now see how it looks like now. I'll just refresh it. Okay, so now it's looking something good, and only thing is we have to extend this one, the result one. Okay, so I'll just give some CSS in that. As of now, you have seen that we are not using any class in CSS. So I'll just use one class in this input field. Okay, so I'll just add class result, right? And then here I'll just add dot result. When you use a class for this, okay, then you have to use something like this. Okay, you have to use dot before the class name. Okay, result is the class name, and then you have to use dot before that. And here all these are just direct tags. We are not using any prefix for that. So result, in the result, we are giving some width. We'll just use width, and width will give something 59.1 px, okay, percentage. Okay, fine. And apart from that, uh, also, okay, so how it look like now? I'll just, okay, so here, as you can see that we need some container for whole calculator. So it will be good for us. So what I'll do is I'll just add. So here you can see contain center start from here to here. Okay, so something is wrong. So we have used 2 times this closing bracket for center. Okay. Now what we'll do is now it's perfect. Okay. So here what I'll do is I'll just add center. I'll just cut from here or here. I'll just okay. I'll just okay. I'll just give one more div here. So inside div, I'll just add class equal to container, right? I'll just use this container later on. So now I'll just paste whatever we have cut from here. Okay. Now this container, we will use the CSS for this container, and we will keep some width for that container. Okay. So container, just give width 370 px. Okay. Now let's see how it will look like now. So now it's looking somewhat good, and here you can see we have to give some spacing between the this row, right? All rows are just touching each other, so we it's not looking good. So we'll just give some CSS for that for all. I'll just create one class here in the CSS part dot. Okay, so I'll just add margin row. You can write anything. I'll just write margin in row. Okay, I'll just give margin row, and in the margin row we'll just add 3px, margin bottom 3px, margin bottom 3px. Okay, now this margin row class we will add in all the div. Perfect, right? Okay, so from here, from this div, right? So I'll just use class equal to margin row. So same class we'll use for all the given row. So this div, and this is the third row, this is the fourth row, and this is the fifth and last row. Okay, now see, now refresh this. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, so here, but it's not working as of now, since we have not added any JavaScript in that. Also, we have to modify this dark mode button, right? So what we'll do is we will use some more CSS here. Okay, fine. So I'll just give a background color for some input field. Input type equal to text. So we are just changing the input field of result text. So I'll just show you. And here, so it means check the input field where type equal to text. So change that. So here you can see this is the input field where type equal to text. Otherwise, in all the input field, we have type equal to button. So this will modify this input field only. Okay, I'll just give inside background color. Background color, I'll just use RGB 255, 255, and 255. Okay. Now the button hover. Okay, another thing, I'll just use button hover for all the input button 1, 2, 3, and other, right? So I'll just give same thing. I'll just copy and I'll modify input type. So now input type is button. Okay, and I'll use button color. Background color will be 37, 35, and 59. Okay, and also the color will be white. It means the text of button will be white and background will be black, right? Next, I'll just change the clear button color as well. So I'll make it red or some other color. Okay, so I'll just create one class clear. I'll use background color. Okay, inside clear background color, I'll just use RGB 255, 42, and 42. Okay, and the color of text will be again white. Okay, and okay, so we have one button as well, right? So here you can say we have one button. So I'll just change something for this button as well, so it will look good, the dark mode button. So what I'll just give, I'll just add button, and I'll add some CSS in that. We'll just give border equal to none, and then we'll use background color RGB, and we'll use 41, 38, and 38. Okay, so since we have to make in dark mode, so the button color should also be in dark, right? Now we'll use some padding, and we'll give some padding prox 10px, and then obviously the color of the text should be white, and we'll give some margin as well. Margin will give some 2px. Next we'll give a cursor should be pointer, and outline, I don't want any outline also, outline none, and then border radius will give again 4px. Okay, so we have already used border radius here, so I'll just copy this border radius here and I'll just paste it here, right? So it will save some time. Awesome. Okay, now so I'll just save it. Okay, now it looked like this. Okay, okay friend, we will take some break for 5 minutes and then we will start again. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome back. So as you can see that we have two color, right? One is white and one is black. So to understand what is dark mode, so dark mode is basically it will change whole screen in the dark. So you can watch your mobile application in the night as well. Okay, so it won't affect your eyes and it won't affect so much. It won't give so much lightning. So what I will do is I'll just make a light color and we will maintain two CSS for this. One for light theme and one is for dark theme, right? So from now onward, what we will do is we'll create one CSS, okay, or dark, right? I'll just write here uh, light.css, and then one more we will create dark.css, okay. So what I'll do is I'll just close this dark one. I'll come to light CSS, and whatever we have written in the style sheet, we'll just copy and paste in the light.css. And we don't need any light style sheet now. Okay. So I'll just go to light sheet and I'll just paste it. So now we'll check everything is looks perfect and perfect for the. And same thing, I'll just paste in dark CSS also. Only thing is we have to maintain the color for both the CSS, right? So in the light CSS, first we have to use which color, right? So in the body, we have to use, uh, that's fine, 28. This color we are using for the background in light CSS. And if we are going to dark CSS, so here this color, so this color we have to change. So we will use here some dark color. So we'll use here 20, 19 and 19. So as you can see that now background color will be of this color. The another changes will be in the input field. Okay, so come to the input field of CSS here. So as you can see that this dark mode, you can see the dark mode of button, input button. So we have to change that as well. Okay, so we are using here as of now 17, 16 and 16 for the input, right? So in the dark mode, we have to use some difference. What we'll use 255, 255 and 255. Okay. So, okay, sorry, my mistake. We will use this for light mode, not for. Okay, so here we have used this one and this one is perfect. And again, if we will come to the input button type, okay, here we have to change input type equal to button. Button will give some hover here. I'll just add HO here hover. Okay. So yes, hover, right? In the dark mode, for input will give here 47, 51 and 50. Okay, and background color will give inside here also will give input type text is 47, 51 and 50, and button again will give some hover effect, and we'll change the color 160, 160 and 160. Again, we'll change the color of button. In the dark CSS, we'll give your 39, 36, 36. Okay. And now, if I'll check the light CSS, the button will be 41, 38, 38. Okay. Awesome. So now what we'll do is we will add this CSS in our HTML.
It's 12 o'clock.
We will add CSS in the. So how we will add a CSS link. Here we'll write style sheet, and then href equal to light.css. Okay. And okay, so now I will just refresh it. Okay, so here you can see when we are using a light CSS, then it's looking something like this. Okay, now if we are changing to the dark mode, dark.css, and we'll refresh it. Awesome. So as you can see that in the dark mode, it will look something like this. Okay, so we using JavaScript, what we'll do is we will give some interaction in this button dark mode. So when we can switch this one, it will change to light to dark and dark to light mode. Okay, so come back again. I'll just change again this to light CSS and light CSS and some more. We will use some more things here. Like media. You can use media query as well, and fine. So button text decoration and color. Okay, so it won't change anything. So we are just coming back to the normal. Okay, one more thing. We have created one clear class. So we haven't used that. I'll just use clear class in the input button, clear button, right? So here there's a clear button. We'll just add class here, class and clear. So now you can see that now it's changed. It will look like something this. Same thing I'll do in dark.css as well. Okay. Okay, in dark.css it's already there. Fine. So I'll just in the dark we can change clear to this should be white. You can say, and sorry. Okay, so here this would be something like this. Clear 255 42 and 42. Okay, fine. So now we will use some JavaScript in this. Okay, so what I will do is I'll use a JavaScript here. Go to index.html. Here, just I'll add script. So now all the JavaScript part we will write here. Okay. So first thing first, we'll clear the screen on click of C button. Okay. We'll write function clear screen and then we'll write document dot get element by ID and we'll see ID we will create result dot value equal to empty. So whenever you will click the C button, result will be cleared. So now we will use this result. We will add this ID in this one. Okay, first of all, the class, already we have used class in this, right? Okay. So what we will do is here we'll create on click clear screen. Okay, so it means whenever you will press this C button, it will call this clear screen function, and clear screen function will find element by ID, right? So they will find the class clear. Okay. Okay, so result will be result of whatever result of that ID, it will be clear. Okay, so we'll create ID result in this. Okay, so here ID equal to result, right? So now we will change some, we will add some classes and ID in our HTML file. Okay, so let's do that first. First thing is first row. In the first row is the result page, result input field. So where in this we will add one class, a result to add CSS, and we will use ID, again same result ID. Here you should understand that ID will be unique in the page, and class you can use multiple times. The same class you can use multiple times in one page, but ID will be the unique. Okay, whenever you will apply the CSS, it will use in all the classes and all the IDs. Okay, so basically ID we use to interact with JavaScript, and class we use mostly to interact with CSS. But this is not limited. You can use ID as well for using CSS. Okay. So here, so whenever you will press this C button, it will call the clear screen, and after clear screen, they will find the ID result, your result, and they will clear that input field. Okay. So now another thing we'll add, we'll give on click event for all the buttons, right? The first row is 1. So I'll just give on click equal to, I'll just give a live screen. Anything I'll just give. You can write any function name. I'll just give a live screen. Okay. And after that, I'll just use the same live screen in all the field. Okay. Then we'll pass some value. So I'll just give in 4, inside 5, inside 6, inside minus button, again inside 7, again inside 8, inside 9, inside star or multiplication here, and inside 0, inside dot, and inside equal to. Okay. So once you will click the value 1, number 1, the parameter will send 1, it will send 2, it will send 3, it will send plus, and it will send 4, 5, 6, again minus. You have to give in single quote or double quote. Here 7, 8, 9, and here multiplication, and in here again division, here 0, here dot, and here, and since this is equal to, right, in equal to, what we will do, we are not giving any input. So what we are evaluating the result. Okay, so on click we will use here, we will not use this live screen, so we have to change this. What we'll do, we'll use result, and you understand that this result is the ID of the result input, the first where we are showing our result. So we'll use result dot value. You can, you know that there is a value attributes, and whatever value we are getting here, we are passing there. So result dot value, okay, equal to evaluate, and what we will evaluate, will you evaluate result dot value. Okay, so evaluate a JavaScript function will evaluate the result. Okay, so now let's see how much we have done. I'll just refresh it. Okay, so till now we are not passing anything in that, so we will just use. Okay, so we have done lots of things here. Now we will add again something in JavaScript part. Okay, fine. We have to define this live screen method. So come to the JavaScript part again. Here, what we'll do is function live screen, and here we'll write document.getID, document.getElement by ID, and we'll find ID result. Okay, result, and we will add value in this. Okay, what value we are passing into this? We are passing whatever value. Okay, we will whatever value is already there plus the value in the next phrase we will get. So what we'll write is plus equal to value. Okay, So awesome. Now we'll check. Okay, let's see. Okay, undefined. So what is happening is, okay, we'll just, yeah, one more thing. So we are just clicking the equal to, and it's undefined, right? Undefined. But when we click C, it's clear the screen. So we just inspect it and we'll see what's wrong here. Okay, once we click one, value is not defined. Okay, awesome. So here it is, right? So we have text class, name of this input field is name, result class ID placeholder, and in input field we have value C, on click clear screen button, great. And we have input field button value equal to 1, on click live screen value is 1, and one more ID. I'll just write ID 1, and here I'll just ID 2. Okay, and here just I'll write ID 3. ID 3. In the same manner, I'll just write ID in everywhere. I'll just write ID 4. 5, ID equal to 6. Again for 7. Again 8. And here ID equal to 9. So we have given ID for all. Okay, awesome. Okay, again ID for 0 equal to, again I have to give ID equal to 0. Okay. Okay, so value is not defined. So we'll just check the live screen. Okay, so here you have live screen, right? So after debugging, you can see that it's showing you value is not defined. So whenever we are passing here, so they are taking the value of that particular button and they are passing to the live screen. So let's see our live screen. So here you can see you have to pass value here. So that is a mistake we are doing. So now it should work perfectly. Okay, awesome. When we click one, it's coming one and there is no error. Two, and if I'll add three again and result, it's giving me result, right? If I'll just okay, clear screen, I'll just add 12 plus 13 equal to 25, right? And if I just keep 1, 6, 16 minus 5 equal to 11, I'll just give 9. Okay, clear screen. 9 divided by 3 equal to 3. Again 3. 33 divided by 2 equal to, oh sorry, 11 divided by 2 equal to 5.5. Awesome. Now calculator is working fine. So now what we will do is we will give same switch interaction with the dark mode. So how we can convert this calculator in the dark mode? Okay, we have light CSS that we are using right now. Only thing is we have to change dynamically this dark CSS. Okay, so let's come in the JavaScript part. What we will do is, yeah, what we'll do is we will create a function. So what function will create? Function switch theme. Switch theme, and we'll take dark mode. Well, what we'll do is let dark mode equal to document dot get element by id. Here dark mode. Okay, and then sorry. Okay, then what we'll do is let theme equal to document dot get element by id theme. Okay, now if theme dot get attribute href equal to double equal to that will compare light dot css okay, then dot href light dot css. We have to give in a double quote. Okay, and dark mode dot inner html equal to the text will be light mode. Okay, now else these two things only will copy and paste, and we'll change the theme. So light, it will be dark, and here will be dark mode, right? Okay, now come to the theme. We have created the button here, right? So switch theme, we'll take this one, and here you can see we have the button, dark mode button, right? In the dark mode button, we'll give on click and click switch mode. Okay, switch theme. Now we'll give and we'll pass one ID as well. ID, and ID will be dark mode. So here you can see initially the ID of this button will be okay. Here you can see the ID of this button is a dark mode. So whenever we'll click this button, it will call the switch. Okay, SWITCH switch theme. So here also we have to change switch theme, right? So it will find ID dark mode. So already we have given here dark mode. Then it will create a variable theme. Okay, and then on switch of this, they will change from light CSS to dark CSS. Okay, awesome. Now we will check how it will work. I'll just cut this one. Okay, and I'll refresh this one. Okay, if I'll click this one, okay, it's not working. We'll see, we'll inspect why it's not working now. Okay, cannot access theme before initialization, right? So we can do one thing here. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll create one JavaScript index.js, right? And in the HTML part, we'll just copy this one. Okay, and we'll copy this one. And we don't need this one. I'll just paste. So here now we will use external JavaScript. Okay. So here how we'll use external JavaScript is we'll use script src. So we have index.js, and then here we can write async differ, right? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll load this one at the bottom. Okay, we'll refresh this one. Okay, live screen. Okay, live screen is not defined. It means JavaScript is not taking part. I'll just okay. So my mistake here, it should be SRC, not as a SCR. Fine. So let's see now. Okay, so here I just add this thing, differ. So in the CSS theme is not defined. So what we have to do is in the CSS part here, we have to ID equal to, we have to pass theme, right? Okay, HIF equal to light.css, ID equal to theme. Okay, okay, so here we have done mistake. So here we have to give inside double quote. That's great. Now we'll refresh it again. Okay, so here you can see it's changing, but it's not switching simultaneously. Okay, the index.html, we have switch theme, dark mode. ID equal to dark mode. Awesome. And, here we have function switch theme at dark mode. Go to document write dark mode. It's getting if theme dot get attribute href. That's correct. href. Light.css. Light.css. Okay. Dark.css. And here it will be light.css. Awesome. Now let's see, refresh it. Okay, awesome. So now it's working fine. So if we'll change to light mode and dark mode. Okay. So guys, if you want this source code, I'll just you can see this source code in, I'll just give you the source code. Hi friends, you can use this Git repository where I'll put all the source code. So you can just write down. So here it is, just write down. And thank you for watching. If you have any question, just you can write below in comment, and please like our Facebook page. Thank you. You can get source code from here.